Hello there, welcome back to Idioms Made Easy, where we make learning English super easy. Today, we have got a lineup of 25 awesome idioms you can use to sound like a pro. Let's get started. The first idiom is hold the fort. This means to take care of things while someone else is away. Imagine an old castle. When the soldiers are away, someone had to stay back and hold the fort, defending it and keeping everything running smoothly. For example, I need to run for groceries. Can you hold the fort for an hour? Here, it means taking charge and managing things while the person is away. Another example is, while the boss is on vacation, I will hold the fort and make sure the project stays on track. In this case, it means taking responsibility for work while the boss is absent. Next, we have snowed under. Imagine a huge snowstorm burying everything inside. Being snowed under means having so much work or so many tasks that you feel overwhelmed. Just like being buried in snow. For instance, I can't go out tonight. I am snowed under with assignments. The speaker is too busy with work and can't take a break. Another example is, our team is snowed under with new projects this month. This means the team has too many projects and is struggling to handle them all. Now, let's look at hit the books. This idiom is for all you students out there. When you hit the books, it doesn't mean literally hitting your textbooks. It means to start studying seriously. For example, exams are coming up, so I need to hit the books this weekend. Here, the speaker needs to study hard to prepare for exams. Another one is, if you want to ace the test, hit the books. The person needs to start studying seriously to succeed. The next one is, long time no see. We use this phrase when we haven't seen someone for a long time. It's an informal and friendly way of saying, it's been a while. For example, hey Sarah, long time no see. How have you been? The speaker hasn't seen Sarah in a long time and is happy to meet her again. Another example is, wow, it's you. Long time no see. What's new? Up next is an arm and a leg. If someone costs an arm and a leg, it's super expensive. It's like saying the price is so high that you would have to give up a part of your body to afford it. For example, this new phone cost me an arm and a leg. Here the phone was very expensive. Another one is, I would love to go on vacations, but flights cost an arm and a leg right now. This means flights are too pricey, making it hard to afford the trip. Let's talk about time heals all wounds. This idiom means that emotional pain or grief gets better with time. Just as physical wounds heal, so do emotional ones. For instance, she was heartbroken after a breakup, but time heals all wounds. Over time, she will start to feel better and heal emotionally. Another example is, I know it hurts now, but remember, time heals all wounds. The speaker is comforting someone, saying their pain will lessen over time. Now, we have love at first sight. This is used when two people fall in love immediately after meeting each other for the first time. It's like an instant connection. For example, when I met her, it was love at first sight. I knew she was the one. The speaker fell in love immediately upon meeting the person. Another example is, they claim it was love at first sight, and they have been together ever since. The couple fell in love right away and have stayed together. Next is double date. A double date is when two couples go out together for an activity or a meal. It's a fun way for couples to socialize. For example, Let's go on a double date this Friday with Mark and Lucy. The speaker suggests going out together with another couple. Another example is, we had a great time on our double date at the theme park. The two couples enjoyed their time together. The next idiom is seeing eye to eye. When two people see eye to eye, it means they completely agree on something. It's like they are on the same page. For example, I am glad we see eye to eye on this project plan. Both people agree on how the project should be done. Another example is they never see eye to eye, which is why they argue so much. The two people often disagree, leading to arguments. And here comes a classic one, raining cats and dogs. We use this idiom when it's raining very heavily. It doesn't mean actual animals are falling from the sky, just a really intense downpour. For example, don't forget your umbrella. It's raining cats and dogs out there. The speaker is warning that it's pouring rain outside. Another example is it was raining cats and dogs, so the match was postponed. The rain was so heavy that they had to cancel the event. Landslide victory is used when someone wins by a huge margin, leaving their competitors far behind, almost like a landslide that sweeps everything away in its path. For example, the candidate won a landslide victory in this election, securing almost 90% of votes. Here, the candidate won easily and by large margin. Another example is the soccer team had a landslide victory, beating their rivals 5-0. This means the win was overwhelming and decisive. Next, we have living on the breadline. If someone is living on the breadline, it means they are extremely poor and only have enough money for basic necessities like food. For example, after losing his job, he was living on the breadline for months. This suggests he barely had enough money to survive. Another example is, many families are living on the breadline due to the rising cost of living. It means these families are struggling financially. Now let's talk about cat burglar. A cat burglar is a thief who is very stealthy. Imagine a thief climbing up walls or entering through windows without making a sound. For example, the police are searching for a cat burglar who has been breaking into luxury apartments. This means the thief is skilled and sneaky. Another example is he moves like a cat burglar, silent and quiet, so you never hear him come in. The person is being compared to a quiet and stealthy thief. Our next idiom is raring to go. If you are raring to go, it means you are super excited and eager to start something. It's like a racehorse at the starting line, ready to sprint. For example, I have been practicing all week and now I am raring to go for a big game. The speaker is very enthusiastic and ready to play. Another one is, after the long break, the team is raring to go and full of energy. They can't wait to get started. Up next is every cloud has a silver lining. This idiom is a great reminder that even in bad situations, there is always something positive to be found. Imagine a dark cloud with a bright silver edge, symbolizing hope. For instance, losing my job was tough, but every cloud has a silver lining. I found a better opportunity. The speaker found something good in a difficult situation. Another example is, the rain ruined our picnic, but every cloud has a silver lining. We had a great time playing board games indoors. Moving on to first out of the gate. These idioms come from horse racing, where the first horse out of the gate takes the early lead. It means being the first to start or take action. For example, our company was the first out of the gate to launch the new project. This means they were quicker than their competitors. Another example is he was the first out of the gate with his homework, finishing it before anyone else. The person was the first to start and complete their work. Next is cover a lot of ground. This idiom means to deal with a lot of information or travel a large distance in short time. For instance, in today's meeting, we need to cover a lot of ground. So let's get started quickly. The speaker means they have many topics to discuss. Another example is, during our road trip, we covered a lot of ground, driving through 3 states in one day. This means they traveled a great distance. Now let's talk about lump in your throat. This idiom is used when you feel like you might cry, usually because of a strong emotion like sadness or joy. It feels like there is lump blocking your throat. For example, I got a lump in my throat during the movie emotional ending. The speaker felt so emotional that they almost cried. Another example is when she gave her farewell speech, I had a lump in my throat. It means the speaker felt overwhelmed with emotion. Next up is bee in one's bonnet. If someone has a bee in their bonnet, it means they can't stop thinking or talking about something that's bothering them. Imagine a bee buzzing around your head. You can't ignore it. For instance, he's got a bee in his bonnet about changing the company's logo. He's obsessed with this idea and won't stop talking about it. Another example is she's got a bee in her bonnet about improving recycling in our town. She's passionate and can't stop focusing on it. The next idiom is golden boy. This refers to a young man who is very successful and admired, almost like a shining star. For example, the new athlete is the golden boy of the team, breaking records left and right. He is seen as star player. Another example is, as the top student in his class, he is the golden boy of the school. Everyone looks up to him because of his achievements. Let's look at let slip through fingers. This idiom means to miss out on an opportunity, almost like letting something valuable fall through your hands. For instance, I let the job offer slip through my fingers because I did not respond in time. The speaker missed a good chance. Another example is, don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. It might not come again. It's a warning not to miss out. Up next is School of Hard Knocks. This refers to learning life lessons through difficult experiences rather than formal education. For example, he did not go to college, but he learned a lot from the School of Hard Knocks. It means he gained wisdom from tough life experiences. Another example is growing up in a tough neighborhood. She got her education from the School of Hard Knocks. She learned through real life challenges. The next one is wasting time. This is an easy one. It simply means spending time on unproductive activities. For example, stop wasting time on your phone and start working on your project. The speaker wants the person to be more productive. Another example is, I regret wasting time watching TV instead of studying for my exam. The speaker feels they did not use their time wisely. Next is until hell freezes over. This idiom means something will never happen because hell freezing over is impossible. For instance, you can keep asking, but I won't change my mind until hell freezes over. The speaker means they will never change their decision. Another example is he promised to stay loyal until hell freezes over. He's saying he will be loyal forever. Lastly, we have head in the clouds. This is used when someone is daydreaming or not paying attention to what's happening around them. For example, she always has her head in the clouds, imagining different worlds. The person is lost in their thoughts. Another example is he walked right into the door. He must have had his head in the clouds. He wasn't paying attention and got distracted. If you're having fun and learning a lot, make sure you stick around for the rest. We have many more exciting idioms coming up. Hit the like button if you are enjoying this and don't forget to subscribe for more.